who of course won a Super Bowl with Philadelphia just a few years ago, is the new head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. That hiring comes 49 days after the team fired Urban Meyer and 35 days after they first interviewed Pederson for that job. They talked to a bunch of people. There seemed to be quite a few people uncomfortable, Dan Graziano, with the structure there, and that made the job less appealing than you'd think it should be based on the fact that they have the superstar young quarterback. How did this wind up working out?
Yeah, it was quite a journey, the Jaguars coaching search. It started with Doug Pederson and ended with Doug Pederson 5 weeks later. Look, I mean, yes, that has been an issue, right? Candidates have gone in with as many questions for the Jaguars as the Jaguars have had for them. This is a team that's lost 119 games in the last 10 years, the 10 years that Shad Khan has owned the team. There are a lot of questions about how it's run. Trent Baalke, the general manager, staying on and running the coaching search. Some candidates weren't thrilled with that development. They want to see more change than just head coach. So you saw Byron Leftwich, kind of flirt with the job and ultimately not end up with it. Jim Caldwell, Bill O'Brien, a lot of names. They end up with Pederson. Pederson is a Super Bowl winning head coach that they feel can work with Trevor Lawrence, help develop Trevor Lawrence, and whatever questions he had about them, he got answered to his satisfaction. Watch for some more moves. They're still talking to Rick Spielman, who used to be the GM of the Minnesota Vikings, about a front office job there. There could be other changes in Jacksonville still to come.
And of course, and yet clearly this is about Lawrence. First and last and everywhere in between. And even in the statement that they released announcing the hiring of Doug Pederson, they talked at length about his success developing Carson Wentz and the success that Wentz had early in his career when Pederson was the coach. So we won't spend a lot of time on this, but RC, let me ask a very simple question. With Trevor Lawrence there, can Doug Pederson, is he the right guy, and can he, I guess can anyone, turn that into a contender in the foreseeable future?
I mean, we've seen the Jacksonville Jaguars be a contender, and we've seen them get to the AFC Championship with Blake Bortles. And so if Doug Pederson understands what the undertaking is in Jacksonville, I believe he can do it. We're talking about a guy that won a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. He allowed Carson Wentz in 2017 to be one of the MVP frontrunners until he was injured in LA. And so I think when you look at what the Jacksonville Jaguars need to happen, they need leadership, right? They need someone that understands how to delegate, and they need someone who can help develop Trevor Lawrence. We saw flashes of what Trevor Lawrence could be last year, but it wasn't consistent, right? We didn't see the type of consistency that we need. And I believe a guy like Doug Pederson, that type of pedigree, that type of understanding of the game can take Jacksonville to the next level. But it won't be easy. He has to see what he needs to do in order to be a coach that can bring that team the same place he brought the Philadelphia Eagles.
Let me get Tannenbaum in here. Mike, what does he need to do? Give me the first 2 steps or whatever that might be that Jacksonville needs to make right this minute to make Trevor Lawrence what everyone said he should be, which is John Elway and Andrew Luck rolled into one.
Offensive line, and offensive line. They have to do a much better job of protecting him, invest resources in him in a meaningful way, not Cam Robinson. And if they could protect him, he should be an all-time great. And let me add one other thing, Greeny. Over the past year, Doug Pederson, every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, we have a professional development Zoom. This guy is a life learner. He spent a lot of time with Wade Phillips, Eric Mangini, John Fox. They're going to get an even better version of him. Doug really invested the past year in getting better. I think this is a great hire. We know what he can do as a quarterback developer. They're getting a much better coach than what he was in Philadelphia because he spent the last year working on his craft.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.